Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design, and it's Sunday morning. I'm out here in the factory warming it up. I don't know what I'm going to do today, and here's why. Okay, this is a picture of what I did yesterday. Kind of cool. The problem is I kind of overdid it a little bit. So today, I'm not feeling that energetic and stuff. Shoulders hurt, legs hurt, wrists and thumbs hurt. So, might take it a little easier today. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Yeah, running that lathe is not that hard to work, but it's pretty repetitious. Probably the worst part of the whole thing is sitting there for the 3 minutes while it cuts off that ring. You're just sitting there listening to it going ching, 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 ching. Absolutely nuts. You do that over and over and over again, and to the point where you just can't stand it, but you have to keep going because you need the parts. It's got to be done. A lot like working at Sylvania. It's one of those things where, hey, suck it up, buttercup. Should be thankful to have the intelligence to invent that ring and have the market to sell it at a pretty good price. Although, actually, if you figure out what I make out of that after I take out the materials and my time and everything else, I couldn't make a living just making beer can rings. I'd starve to death. It's not that lucrative. Ironically, my hallmark item is not that lucrative. But it is lucrative enough so that along with some other things that are very lucrative, it all mixes out, it all balances out. I'm sure, I don't know this, but I'm sure that, or I'm not sure, I suspect that every retailer has items that they break even on, or I'm sure there's some items that they keep in the store and they actually lose money on, and other stuff that they really, really do well on, and all kinds of averages out. So it's all part of being a retailer. Now, I had a gentleman email me yesterday, and he got his SS2 stove. Now, here's what I think happened. Once again, I don't know this, but from the email, which was fairly long, I assume that he got it, took it out of the bag, set the cylinder down that the stove is in, took out the big piece of carbon felt that's coiled up with a spare piece of snorkel tube inside of it, and then another stove body slid over the whole thing like a sleeve on a napkin holder to hold the whole thing together. And he slid that off, opened it all up, and I think he opened it up, took the stove out, set the cap off to the side, and then took the stove apart just to see how it was built. When he got all done, he had a tabletop full of parts, and he didn't know how to put it back together. So he emailed me and he asked what the big piece of felt was for and what the long piece of silicone tubing was for, and how do you put the felt in the stove and stuff like that, which if he had just taken it out and hooked the fuel line up, it would have been all set. So if he was asking how the felt went in the stove, I've got to assume that he took it out of the stove and then didn't pay close attention when he took it out, couldn't see how to get back in again. The answer to that is the big piece of felt, the long piece of silicone tubing, and the big tube, body tube, are all just spares to rebuild the stove at a later date. You just set those off to the side. Remember where you put them. You probably never need them, but if you do, they're there. The second answer is that small piece of carbon felt, which is like 1.75" by 1.75". You fold it up like a book, put it down, it goes around the tube, and just kind of spin it down in there till it goes all the way to the bottom of the stove. And between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch of the felt will be sticking up. It's not a tight fit at all. It's just very passive fit, and there's plenty of room for the silicone tube in the middle to flop around and stuff. And you just hook your bottom tube up, screw your nipple cap onto your heat bottle, and fuel it up until the wick looks wet. Let go of the bottle, set it up, light it, and you're ready. That's the answer. It's the first time I've gotten an email like that, but it happens. Now, I think today, if I can muster up enough energy, I'm going to build mini atomics. I'm going to build just the bodies. I'm not going to crimp them, because if I build just the bodies, I can take them apart and add carbon felt, or just crimp them. Either way, depending on what I get, whether I get an order for one with carbon felt or not. Had a while back, had somebody send one back because they ordered one without carbon felt, and they weren't sure whether the one I sent them had carbon felt in it or not. They kind of thought it did, for whatever reason. When I got it back, I turned it upside down, and it said ORIG on the bottom, which is short for original, because there isn't room to write original on it. I thought that would have been the tip-off. Evidently not. I don't know why they thought there was carbon felt in it. I don't know. But anyway, now I write original in small letters right on the bottom of each one. That is an original. And if it's carbon felt, I write CF, which I'll probably get in trouble for there. But anyway, if they had just emailed me and asked, I would have told them, if you want to know if it's carbon felt or not, pour 1/2 ounce of alcohol in it, wait a minute, then try to pour it back out again. If it runs right back out, it's an original. If you can't get any of it to come out, it's full of carbon felt. And the carbon felt has trapped the alcohol and won't come out. That's a quick way to know which one you got. Okay, Sam is up to, she's gained, I wasn't right last time I said that she gained 5 pounds. She's actually, I believe, I was corrected by Sue, she's gained 7 pounds. 7 ounces since we got her. And it's only been, a short period of time. She gains about 1/2 ounce every day. It's getting long and lanky. I'll have to do some video on her. She's quite the kitty. Yesterday I was laying on the couch and nobody else was in the room. I had my iPod Touch on my chest doing an upload. And all of a sudden she diddy bops over, walks right across my chest, purring just as loud as could be, went over on my right shoulder, curled up, laid down, tucked her head under her arm, went right sound asleep right there on my shoulder while I was laying on the couch. Actually had her head resting on the iPod Touch. It's a sweet little black velvet cupcake. But I am a little biased. I'm a cat person. Always have been. So, I got to get to work. I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Try to have a really great day and try to have some fun today. You deserve it. Bye-bye. You go, kitty.